You know, I don't feel guilty about watching things because
that's the right answer.
Honestly, like I love storytelling and I love all forms of story.
Brace yourself for the most explosive lawsuit shaking Tinseltown right now. A viral scandal so massive it's threatening to topple one of Hollywood's most glamorous power couples. Blake Lively, long celebrated for her impeccable style, red carpet dominance, and golden reputation, now finds herself entangled in a devastating legal battle that could obliterate her career and her fortune. With scandalous accusations, colossal dollar amounts at stake, and shocking betrayals around every corner, this is more than just a routine celebrity feud. It's a blockbuster controversy stirring up social media outrage, fueling countless conspiracy theories, and thrusting hidden secrets into the harsh spotlight of public scrutiny. Once adored for her roles in major box office hits, the beloved actress now stands on the brink of total collapse, facing a whirlwind of damning evidence and crippling allegations. In the eye of the storm is Justin Baldoni, whose name has become a lightning rod in this ongoing media firestorm, as more details emerge from behind closed doors, revealing a mysterious web of text messages, videos, and emails. The entire entertainment industry is watching with bated breath. How did one of Hollywood's darlings tumble into a scandal so immense it's threatening everything she's worked for? And more importantly, can she emerge from this raging inferno with her reputation intact? The deeper you dive into this high-stakes conflict, the murkier it becomes. What started as claims of personal discomfort soon exploded into a multi-million-dollar legal frenzy, pitting major industry players against each other and captivating an online audience hungry for every new twist. Buckle up, because this saga is jam-packed with scandalous controversies, shocking revelations, and enough courtroom drama to rival the most gripping TV series. It all kicked off with rumors that Blake and Justin clashed on a project they were both involved in, a film that promised to be a modest but heartfelt drama with a cast of dedicated professionals. According to initial whispers, Blake felt uncomfortable on set. Some hinted that Justin's behavior crossed boundaries, but no one seemed to agree on what boundaries he was crossing. Was it the content of the film, his directorial style, or off-color jokes? First, the public only had Blake's side of the story. Early interviews painted a picture of an actress under siege, referencing how she felt powerless and cornered. Closer friends of Blake, however, quietly mentioned that tension had been simmering for quite some time. A few suggested that she was unhappy with certain creative directions. Others speculated it was about control, with each side wanting the final say on major decisions. Eventually, that backstage tension boiled over. Suddenly, headlines blared about Blake initiating a $250 million lawsuit against Justin. The complaints focused on harassment claims, allegations that Justin had made repeated comments and jokes that left her extremely uncomfortable. But those accusations didn't stop there. Court documents also implied he'd orchestrated a smear campaign to tarnish her credibility and damage her career. But like any puzzle, the more pieces you add, the clearer the picture becomes. Though the lawsuit was huge news, things got messier when Justin's legal response went public. And that response wasn't just a denial. It was a full-on nuclear counterstrike. Blake expected Justin to stand down in the face of a massive lawsuit. She was in for a rude awakening. Instead of burying his head in the sand, Justin filed his own countersuit for a staggering $400 million. The numbers alone stunned everyone who heard them. Most people had never even seen such high figures in a case that wasn't related to major corporations. But the sheer size of the countersuit was only part of the shock. Justin came armed with evidence, files, texts, even video footage. Some of those texts showed Blake praising Justin for his professionalism, commenting on how much she enjoyed collaborating. There were also emails where Blake seemed to be making jokes in the same style she later claimed made her feel unsafe. Everyone following the case did a double take. The contradiction looked undeniable. In an unexpected twist, Justin's legal team argued that her lawsuit was a strategic move, an attempt to undermine his blossoming career and shift the public narrative in her favor. According to their filings, none of this was about personal discomfort at all. They claimed it was about preserving an image and consolidating power. For them, Blake's alleged victimhood was nothing more than a calculated performance. Almost overnight, public opinion began to shift. Comment sections across social media platforms ignited. People started to wonder, why would Blake, if she truly felt mistreated, send messages that directly contradicted her claims? Was she painting a false narrative, or was there more to the story than anyone realized? Regardless of who you believed, one thing was obvious. This wasn't just some minor spat. It had escalated into a full-blown war, and the more it continued, the more it threatened to swallow both parties whole. The next twist arrived courtesy of Blake's husband, Ryan Reynolds. Known for his sarcastic one-liners and blockbuster roles, Ryan initially seemed to back his wife's every move. Paparazzi snapped photos of them leaving legal meetings, and rumors emerged that Ryan was quietly pulling strings behind the scenes, leveraging his Hollywood clout to make sure the media told Blake's side of the story. First, that tactic might have worked. A few outlets ran pieces that painted Justin as a manipulative figure, conveniently ignoring any contradictory evidence. Couple appeared at events looking united, determined, and ready to face the storm hand in hand. Some fans applauded Ryan for standing by Blake, but the tide turned quickly when the countersuit gained traction. Suddenly, it wasn't just about an actress speaking out, it was about whether that actress was telling the truth. The discovery phase introduced emails and text messages that poked holes in Blake's claims, and questions arose about how much Ryan knew. Did he genuinely believe his wife's version of events, or was he simply hoping his superstar influence would overshadow everything else? Then came the bigger question. Would Ryan risk his own thriving career to keep fighting this public battle alongside Blake? Reports hinted at tension behind the scenes. After all, Ryan's estimated net worth hovered around $350 million, tied up in various businesses. If the countersuit succeeded, that money could be on the line. Suddenly, what looked like a romantic display of solidarity started to resemble an uneasy partnership, especially when Ryan jokingly referenced the case during a television appearance. Some saw it as comedic relief, but others labeled it tasteless. With each new revelation, more fans started questioning the couple's narrative. The allegations were so serious, why was Ryan joking about them on national TV? The situation was dire, why did they keep flaunting themselves at red carpet events instead of laying low? For the first time in a while, Ryan's likability took a hit, and that could have major implications for his upcoming projects. Meanwhile, the courtroom battles raged on. Blake's legal team, once confident that celebrity status would tip the scales, found themselves outmaneuvered at nearly every turn. Motion after motion was denied. One of the most critical blows was the judge's refusal to grant a gag order that would have silenced Justin and his lawyer. The denial of that request gave Justin's attorney the green light to speak freely, which meant any damaging evidence could be aired publicly. And the evidence, as it turned out, was more damning than anyone had anticipated. Screenshots of text conversations directly contradicted Blake's statements about feeling cornered or frightened. Far from fleeing uncomfortable interactions, she appeared to be engaging in playful banter. It wasn't just about text messages. One particularly uncomfortable moment came when Blake's team tried to cast certain jokes Justin made as malicious. But then video clips surfaced showing Blake herself initiating or participating in similar humor. Suddenly, the narrative of a terrified actress started to unravel. The judge seemed increasingly unimpressed by Blake's motions. Observers noted the judge's pointed remarks indicating the court's patience was wearing thin. As if that weren't enough, rumors spread that some legal heavyweights in Hollywood had approached Blake with offers to negotiate a settlement early on. Those rumors suggested that she turned them down, convinced she would win. But each time she lost a procedural battle, her confidence took another beating. By the time the dust settled on the pretrial hearings, it was clear that Blake was in serious trouble. She'd lost multiple attempts to shape the case in her favor, and a growing number of fans, and even fellow actors, were beginning to distance themselves. The heart of this implosion is one terrifying number: $400 million. That's the amount Justin Baldoni is demanding in his countersuit. Blake's personal net worth hovers around $50 million, and Ryan's could be around $350 million, at least on paper. But net worth isn't the same as liquid cash, and much of Ryan's wealth is tied up in businesses like aviation gin and his stake in various sports ventures. If the lawsuit goes terribly for them, they might be forced to sell off assets, possibly at a loss. Financial ruin isn't the only worry. If the court finds that Blake committed defamation or knowingly provided false statements, her entire career could implode. Hollywood studios are notoriously risk-averse, and once someone is branded untrustworthy or too controversial, offers disappear. The big franchises and streaming giants don't want to gamble on a star who might bring negative press or an angry fan boycott. And what about Ryan Reynolds? For him, this fiasco poses a dilemma. Does he stand by Blake, risking his own brand and business ventures, or does he step back and protect himself? While many see him as a devoted husband, the reality is that Hollywood relationships have crumbled over far smaller scandals. Investors might pressure him to minimize the damage to their shared finances, even if that means distancing himself from Blake's ongoing legal meltdown. Behind the scenes, there are whispers that the couple is already facing serious tension. Ryan's known for his comedic spin, but insiders claim he's grown increasingly frustrated with the negative coverage. It's one thing to handle the occasional PR misstep. It's another thing entirely when you're potentially looking at hundreds of millions of dollars in legal liabilities. The fallout could stretch beyond just Blake and Ryan. Industry veterans are watching closely to see if a major star can effectively lose it all. It's a cautionary tale for anyone who thinks they can manipulate the media or weaponize the court system. Once those allegations boomerang, there's nowhere to hide. Especially in the digital age, where every discrepancy is scrutinized by an army of online investigators. What started as a seemingly straightforward complaint about on-set behavior has morphed into a monstrous legal showdown with massive stakes. Blake Lively, once the darling of Hollywood, faces not only the potential loss of her fortune but also the total collapse of her reputation. Justin Baldoni, initially cast as the supposed aggressor, has risen to become a formidable opponent armed with an arsenal of texts, videos, and a countersuit that dwarfs the original claims. In many ways, this saga is a testament to how quickly fortunes can change in an industry built on image and perception. No one could have predicted that a star of Blake's caliber would end up fighting for her professional life, let alone in such a public, humiliating manner. Yet here we are, watching as the courts, the media, and the internet converge to pick apart every statement, every piece of evidence, and every rumor. Could Blake still find a last-minute way out of this? Possibly, if she chooses to settle and issue a public mea culpa. But pride and high stakes can be a dangerous combination, pushing people to fight battles they can't possibly win. And if she keeps digging in, she risks dragging Ryan down with her. Hollywood is brutal when it comes to self-preservation. The moment it becomes clear someone's a liability, people vanish faster than the closing credits of a box office flop. For now, the future looks grim for the one-time Golden Girl. Even if a settlement happens, the permanent damage to her reputation may be impossible to undo. Audiences have long memories, and so does the industry. Watching this downfall unfold in real time is equal parts shocking and tragic, especially when you consider how preventable it might have been. At this point, all eyes are on the forthcoming trial. Every leaked text or newly uncovered email only piles on the scrutiny. The legal system will have the final say, but the court of public opinion has already decided that something about Blake's story doesn't add up. Whether she emerges with any semblance of her career intact is anyone's guess. So now it's your turn to weigh in. Has Blake truly orchestrated her own downfall, or are there more twists lurking around the corner? One thing's for sure. No matter how this ends, Hollywood won't be the same. The glamorous veneer has cracked, and underneath is a cautionary tale of how quickly fame and fortune can go up in smoke when secrets, lies, and lawsuits collide.